Hi, Tom Anderson, day 38 of 100 Days of Thankfulness. Today we're talking about the importance of encouraging others, and also I want to talk about why I'm so thankful for a good friend of mine, Hira Niranjan. So behind me is actually the place where I work. I've been working at Jostens for a little over 3 years now. And when I first interviewed there in 2012, I was interviewed by Hira. And just even during the interview process, he was just so incredibly encouraging towards me. And I've had the pleasure of working with Hira, I'm not working with him as much right now, but certainly for the first couple years. And he's always been just so encouraging, not only to me, but to everyone on the team. And it's not just him. I think this is just sort of the culture at Jostens. This is by far the best client I've ever worked for. And just everyone is just so encouraging of everyone else. I talked about Shashir. Shashir is, another person that I met at the same time I met Hira on that first team. We were working on the Walt Disney World project. I just want to say thanks to Hira for that. On the topic of encouraging others, this really does relate a lot to what I was sharing yesterday about the importance of the words we speak. That we should always, speak life, and we should always have positive words to say about people. That really carries forward extremely. It's especially important even in the workplace to not just say encouraging words to people, but to actually mean them. It can be one thing to just compliment someone, and then I actually worked for someone that once shared with me how he was aware that someone was saying bad things about him behind his back, but every time he'd walk down the hallway and he'd see this person, they'd be like, "Hi, Steve, how's it going?" And they'd just be super friendly towards him. And, we all know what that feels like. It's just like this person is coming across as being so fake. Hira is definitely not like that. Hira is very genuine. I can sort of tell the difference. I'm not saying I can always read people perfectly, but Hira definitely, just in part of the way that I know that is by the way he speaks about other people. If you have a friend who tends to bash on people behind their backs, I kind of found out the hard way that this sometimes means that they're talking about you behind your back as well. Be careful with people like that are always, are often cutting on people or saying bad things about people behind their backs, or even to their face. I mean, it's just, we should always be respectful of each other. So that's, I'll keep it short today because I think it's about to rain again today and I don't want the same thing to happen. But thanks once again to Hira.